Okay, here I go again with a better attempt to make a more concise video on programming and teaching points and doing stuff in Arduino for my old high school and shop class. So good luck to the engineering students of this year. And here we go. So basically I'm going to start out with opening Arduino. I'm going to go ahead and open the sketch so you can see I've already drilled in to my USB stick, so I'll just back up a step. And so from the USB stick, I'm just going to go to the folder that I shared with your instructor. And from there, you'll just go ahead and scroll down into the marlin.dhs.ino. So you'll go ahead and open that. And with that sketch open, a couple of things that I overlooked in my previous video is you got to go to the tools and define the COM port that your USB port is plugged into. And then you also want to go to the board option, and this is an Arduino Mega 2560. Arduino Mega 2560 is one of the most common boards used to create homemade 3D printers. So this is actually the same board that you would use in general 3D printing. One for your x-axis, y-axis, z, your extruder motors, your extruder and bed heaters. It's a really resourceful board, but in this case it's been purposed for the robot. So again, checking your ports and making sure that you select the proper board. Again, it's a Arduino Mega 2560. If you're not sure what port you're plugged into, this is Windows 10. You right click on the start menu, go to device manager, and from that you can look at your ports and you can see that I am plugged into COM19. So right now I'm going to go ahead and minimize that. So the first thing I'll do is verify. So my project verifies and everything is correct with the code. Now the only thing that I did on this from typical Marlin is I went in and changed the thermocouple that it's choosing to option 999 or 998 because in this case as a robot I don't need a thermocouple. So right now I'm going ahead and uploading the sketch into the board, so you'll see the board go active and do some blinking lights once it's satisfied, and there we are. And you'll also notice right now I don't have the 12-volt power supply on. You only need the 12-volt power supply to the green plug there when you're actually trying to command moves to the robot itself. So right now when you're just programming the board and communicating with it, you don't need to supply the 12 volts, but if you do, no harm done. Okay, so that's loaded. From there, you'll see I've got a couple of, I guess, sticky notes applications in the background, and then I also have, here is the Repetier software package that I covered in the first video, and also right here I am going to open Pronterface. Pronterface I don't even install on my computer, I just run the executable from USB stick, and after I launch it I can actually unplug the USB stick and it runs just fine. So in any case, right now I am Arduino sketches in. So if I wanted to, I could go ahead and hit connect here, and let's see, it doesn't look right. So let's see again here. Let's try changing my baud. There it is. So with baud of 11, 520 or 5200, it connects just fine. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and plug in the power to my 12-volt power supply. Pardon me getting out of focus, but I'm just plugging that in. So now I have power to my stepper motors, so I should be able to just, the closer you hit on this target here, the smaller the move is. So the further out you hit, the larger the move is. So keep that in mind when you jog the axes. So right now I'm going to hit that and I get a minor X move. So that works. So there's a minor X move. There's a, for some reason my positive X move doesn't want to go anywhere, but alright, let's try a Y move. Y move's active, so okay. So back to, I guess, creating programs. You'll see again, kind of like I did in my last video. I got a base one here. This is going to move the x-axis 10 millimeters minus and then 10 millimeters forward. And so I'm just going to go over here to Repetier and going to G-code editor. I don't believe I even copied that, so right now I'm going to go ahead and I guess hit Control C, bring it over here and paste, and so then I can just hit save. So I've already, let's just say file, or here I'll save as G-code, and that one's X only again. And since I've already got that, I'm not gonna replace it. But let's try something different. Let's go ahead and try the other sticky note that I've got, which is X and Y. So in this case, I did the same. It's actually the same lines from the other one. I just copied and pasted it, but this time I just put a Y in front of the -10 and a Y in front of the +10. So in this case, I'll just go ahead and copy all that. So Control C. Come over here and look at the new one, and right click, or let's just say paste. So now I've got that. Let me save it. Oops, cursor is moving all over. So let's call that X and Y. So let's go ahead and save that. Okay, so let's go to Pronterface and load a file. So on my USB stick, I should have a XY now. So there we go. Opening it, and here again, I go ahead and say print. And so it's kind of frozen. I'll go ahead and hit print again and see what it does. My robot's a little worse for wear. So I think I have a problem with my cables. That's not giving me a positive and negative movement out of one of my axes. But hopefully this little supplemental video will be able to help you get a better understanding of what you need to do in order to program the little Zortrax robot. Because even the manufacturer, the person that designed it, the Zortrax 3D printing manufacturer, didn't really elaborate too much on that. And again, if you're really interested, the only thing I basically did from the Marlin configuration was I came into here, into the configuration.h, and as you scroll down, you're defining all kinds of things. But see, there's the baud, as we saw when we had Pronterface open. This here is available. So like right here, if I wanted to see what board I wanted to use, I can go in here and go to the board submenu, which is down lower. So yeah, it's just, I guess, probably information overload for you guys right now. You don't necessarily need all of this, but here's where all the boards are listed. So there is where you can, I guess, get the criteria or the input number for the board that you're going to use. So as you can see, we're using 1.4, but that's all available here. But again, the only change I really made was not on that, but on the temperature sensor. So right here, I made it a 998 because in the event that you don't, the ramps board thinks it's this Marlin profile is actually outfitted for a 3D printer. So it thinks that it is not at the temperature it needs to be in order to extrude material. So it's kind of a safe feature. So that way, but by changing this temperature sensor number to 999, it doesn't look for a thermocouple input, and it allows it to run the program file. So that's pretty much the only change I made to normal Marlin to create the Marlin DHS. But good luck, and I hope this gets you a little bit further down the road. All right, I will recommend Jeremy Bloom Arduino projects. If you are Jeremy Bloom's YouTube series, if you want to get into your Arduinos, Jeremy Bloom has been one of the greatest resources for me. So I watch his YouTube videos, and that's how I've learned a lot of the things that I've learned. So now I can code C code and Arduino from scratch due to his tutorial series. So I will recommend that. But have a good day and good luck to you. Bye-bye.